Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm in my cozy hoodie. I got this recently and absolutely love it. It goes all the way down to like just below my knee. And it's all fleecy. It's like basically wearing a blanket. So I'm definitely wearing this to film because it's just one of those cozy things that you buy and you're like, this, how did I live without it before? Grabbing my coffee. God, it's so sweet. Okay, I have the most exciting video today. For those of you like too excited to actually talk properly, for those of you that don't know me, I am Maya. I am now a content creator, but I also have my own creative agency. My background is in social media management, and my agency focuses on digital marketing, social media, content creation for brands. I have a team, so it's very different to like the gear that I have myself. It's weird to say this, but I actually haven't updated my kit for like a while now. Obviously with phones being so updated and the fact that I'm producing social content, I haven't necessarily taken the time to look at my gear. And now that I'm doing this full time, like as in my own content outside of having a 9 to 5, like having the kit myself is very different. So I bought myself the biggest treat ever. It's a treat, but it's like gonna help me with work. So, we rationalize these things. Girl math and that, like, it's gonna pay me anyway because I'm gonna be better at my job. It's gonna make my job easier. I mean, the title of this video, this vlog, has given it away anyway, but I got the Sony ZV-E10. Now it is the Mark 1, not the Mark 2. The Mark 2's just come out, but seeing the updates, they aren't necessarily things that I really need right now. Considering my camera's probably over 10 years old, I just thought it makes more sense to get something that is good for both video and photo. I know it says it's vlogging camera, but after a lot of research, it's actually good for both, well, for content creation, but both video and photo. I feel like a lot of cameras, it's hard finding something that is affordable for a start, affordable but also good for both. Like, I have a camera, I've got a Canon 750D and it's good for photo, it's okay for video. It's kind of like so-so for both, but I would say photo better than video. And I wanted something that is versatile, that can do both. I've still got my camera. I also have a film camera, which is also Canon. So this is the first Sony camera. I've been such a like Canon girl for so long. It feels a little bit like a betrayal getting a Sony, but I did research all the different ones, and this one just intrigues me a bit more with the functionality of it. And yeah, basically originally I had a Canon G7X Mark II that I bought off one of my friends. I wasn't using it enough. Controversial now. I really wish I had kept it, but I sold it. I sold it very cheap because I bought it very cheap, and I was looking at getting it again just for my vlogs, like literally just for YouTube, and then did some deep diving and found that there are more out there that are suitable also for my work, which is probably more helpful than just my vlogging. So I got this one. and I definitely think I'll be able to use this for work as well, which I'm excited for, but I thought I'd unpack it with you guys. So let's shimmy this back a bit. I literally haven't had a new camera. Even the camera, so the camera that I bought, my Canon, was also secondhand. Like, I don't see an issue with buying secondhand at all. Especially, well, depending on where you get it from. I actually was quite lucky. I got mine off of Facebook Marketplace, originally my Canon 750D, and it came with a tripod, 3 lenses, memory cards, a camera bag, a fisheye lens, and it was and 2 batteries and the charger, and it had barely been used, and it was £450. Like, that is nothing. Bearing in mind it was years ago, but still, like, that, it was a bargain then, and I was really fortunate that it was actually good, because I know you can get conned, especially now on Facebook. So I thought I would rather now buy it from somewhere that I know is like legit and also brand new. So I'm gonna open this. Oh, I'm so excited. I also bought, we're planning a trip to Asia next year, so I'm excited to take this with me too. That's why I was looking at the photos as well, and like for clients I take some content photos sometimes. I thought it was helpful to have like the option to be able to take photos, not just video. Oh, I'm not going to be able to open it. I'm like one of those people that is really protective over new stuff until something happens. It's a bit like my phone. I got my phone and it was like, oh my god, like, let's touch it, and then you start chucking it on the sofa or whatever. Oh, there we go. I got a load of different accessories too. So all the manual stuff, I'm just gonna take that out. So in the box, this is what you see. Don't drop it. There's a charging cable, but the big boy is what we want. Oh, I'm so excited. She's here. Okay, do you know what? I actually thought it was going to be bulkier, just because I've watched so many like TikToks of it side by side with the Canon G7X, and because I had that before, I knew the sizing, and it always looked so much bulkier. And like, it is, but it's nowhere near as bulky as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like holding it like this, but it's not so bad. That's not so bad. I got it with the kit lens just because I've spent a lot this Christmas on buying presents, buying my own stuff, starting my business. I just thought I'd rather have the kit lens. I have a couple lenses too, so I'd rather use those before I start investing in more lenses, like, and also planning a holiday to Asia. Like, I got enough on. So this is it with the kit lens. It is stunning. Let's turn it on. Oh. Probably help if I had put a battery in it. Anyway, it is really nice though. So nice. And then also one of the reasons that I wanted to get this is because it has the screen that flips out as well, which I think is super helpful when you're shooting. The one thing that I know is a big thing for photography, it doesn't have a viewfinder, but I'm okay with that. You know, there's certain things that you just compromise, that's the word, compromise with certain things. And it shoots in 4K, which is like kind of the standard now, weirdly. I find with social media, even though obviously it compresses, when you shoot something in 4K and compress it down like into socials, the reels look better. And I don't know if it's just me and it's the light or whatever, but I honestly feel like the app like pushes 4K photos and videos, sorry, 4K videos more. And like it shows really brightly on the screen. Again, I don't know if it's just the light, but I feel like there's something there that they're really trying to get the high quality content on their platform. So, camera in hand. I don't know if I mentioned this before, I mean the box I had to like tear open, but I got these as well, which are the Rode Wireless Go 2 mics, and I wanted to get these because one, for videos, but also when I'm doing socials, like when I do socials I sometimes do interviews. I want to do a podcast at some point and interview people. I'm currently doing a project at the minute with my granddad, talking about his experience coming over from Jamaica, and I thought it would be easier to just be able to put one of these little things like onto his clothes. I'm wearing the worst thing. It literally just clips on. Literally wearing the worst thing to give an example, but instead of having a giant mic that he's got to speak into, being able to clip this on, and then also it comes with little dead cat as well, that you can just literally push on. These are wireless, which is brilliant. I haven't used them yet. I had to get myself an adapter for my phone as well, because these can be used with phones. So I'm excited to use these with this. I think it's going to be super helpful, just to get 2 lots of audio. This does have a built-in mic and it comes in the box. It comes with a dead cat as well, to make sure that it's like, yes, resisting wind, the sound of wind. So this just clips on there like that, so it sits on top of the mic. However, so a little, like, I guess con with this is the only shoehorn. So if you wanted to put a mic, a light, anything on top of it, you kind of can't with the dead cat on top. So I did actually buy myself as well a small rig, which just opens that option up. Basically unboxing everything. Christmas came early. Again, this is why I said, even though it's like gonna benefit my work, it does feel like I've just gifted myself a load of stuff. The one thing that I do find with especially tech things, when I'm using them for my job, is I tend to test things out on my personal accounts for my personal content before using it. The reason why I do this is because I have a, there we go, so it just enables you to still have a shoehorn. So that just goes on top like that, and then you've got the shoehorn as well for a light, which I bought myself a light. I test things for my personal accounts because it's for me, so it's not, you know, it's not detrimental if something goes wrong compared to a client. So things like algorithm changes, that's where I test things a lot. Depending on the client, I do test things on their accounts too. But for the clients that have a bit more of a corporate energy, before proposing anything, I like to have stats and things to back it up. So I use my own accounts to test things. And that's the same with tech. Before I start saying, yeah, I can do interviews and I can do XYZ with the gear that I have, like I said, I have got a team anyway, so it means that they have better gear than me, because it's they specialise in those things, but it does make a difference, me being able to test things out and know what I'm doing myself, just so that I have an understanding. And I feel like that's, having a little bit of an understanding is good. The reason I say that is because I feel like when you work in certain jobs, you notice the difference. So for example, a little story time. I have worked in customer service, and I noticed which managers had like worked at the store and moved their way up, and those that had just sort of got the job. The ones that had worked their way up, if you said that something took longer, they would understand. Whereas the ones that would patronise you, I do have a bad experience. Sorry, I'm looking into that specific experience. He was very patronising. I just thought he had clearly not recently worked at the lowest point to understand what was going on, you know, human decency and that. And I feel like it's the same when you're working in a creative field. I used to do TV and film, so things like editing, I know that it doesn't take a day to do something. Sometimes it takes longer, depending on how the files are organised, how things are filmed, how much audio there is, the angles, if the settings were the same. I think those things are valuable information to have. So I like creating my own content to have that understanding. That's just personally, I don't feel like it's necessary. Like I said, it's just having that small understanding is a benefit. I got the Vigim, I think that's how you say it, pocket light, which goes on top. So it's literally very small, hence it being called a pocket light. Yeah, so ooh, bright, and also I think so you can dim it and you can change the temperature. I will show you. So let's dim it first. So dim, and then you can also change it to like a warmer temperature or brighter. So for example, let me put it on my face. This is a brighter temperature. You can also see the reflection in my, and then let's do it bright actually, because you're not seeing it now. So brighter, colder temperature, warmer temperature. I think it's pretty powerful for like such a small light, to be fair. Yeah, quite impressed. Let's turn that off. I'm literally blinding myself. So it's got two different like, oh, interesting. Okay, so it's got two things that I do remember. This is why I got it. Basically, it has this shoehorn bit, so you can put it on top into that small rig that I've added on. So you've got the windbreaker mic covered, the light on, but also you can add this on top of the light, which acts as another shoehorn. So for example, if I add on my Rode mic or something else, and this like tripod bit, but basically means that you can move the light. So say you're shooting something and you just want to angle it slightly differently. So kind of nifty. I quite like that. I did also get, I'm going to take these bits off, try not to smash myself in the face again. I also got a Ulanzi extendable tripod. This is more for the handheld like element, being able to vlog and like hold the camera. So it looks like this, very small, very nifty. Interesting. So this is super cute. It's literally just hold it in your hand and also be able to prop it up on the side. So let's screw this on and I can show you. I also already have like giant tripods. There we go. So exactly like that, or holding it like that. The tripod also means that you can move it, so that's not tight, so I don't want it to fall. being able to angle it towards you while you're vlogging. I just wanted something a bit more handheld, and also I feel like all of this stuff can basically fit in a bag, which is super helpful, especially when you're traveling or you don't want too much gear, which personally I don't want too much gear. Okay, organise myself. So there's actually only 2 bits left anyway. I got a cream case. I have a case for my phone. It only makes sense to have a case for your camera. And also I just think it's cute and aesthetic. So this is what it looks like. Mixed feelings about the texture. We'll see if I end up liking it. So I've seen people with the like pink one, and I'm just not one of those like really girly girls to get a pink one. Just wasn't in my aesthetic. And also I thought, you know what, I'm also like, even if I was, if I do use this for work, which I most likely will be, that it's just not the most, I guess, professional looking. Brilliant. I think this is actually for a different camera. Yep, it's for the Mark II. Brilliant. So you'll see. This is what it would look like. But yeah, it doesn't fit because it's for the Mark II. My own fault. Of course it would be for the Mark II because that's the newest one. But for the time being, I guess I'll go without a case. I have to return that one. I have to return it, and I've just broken the box because I couldn't get it out. Let's just tape it back up. Okay, so that was barely really an extra thing to share. The last thing I got is this. It's a hard case, and it's got a little handle, and it's got little clips on the side for you to be able to wear it. I got it in black because, again, just cleaner look. And it comes with a little body strap inside, but it's got this like velvety feel, which is so nice. I always think it's nice and soft on your camera. And then also this like mesh zip bit on the top. So I think I'd have to take the lens off actually. I would have to take the lens off, but the camera would fit in here. And then things like the light and the mini rig, tripod, perfect, fit in there. And then things like batteries and chargers and like SD cards. I actually do have an SD card holder anyway. And then yeah, mics. I don't think it will all fit in here, but I wanted something a bit more compact because I've got a massive like camera backpack. It's not massive, it's like that size. And it's just too much, like not all the time, but I feel like with such a small camera, if I can get away with not having to take a giant, like this could fit in some of my handbags like easily, whereas the one that I have, like the backpack, I would have to take a second bag. Again, not a big deal at all, like really. If that's my biggest problem, you know, I'm doing okay. But I just wanted an option for something else. So that is my new gear. I am so excited to use this baby, and I will do like a camera review of it as well when I actually get to use it and turn it on and everything. I'll probably need to charge the batteries and everything, but isn't she a beauty? I am very excited, and I'm looking forward to creating some higher quality content. And I guess I'm a Sony girl now, even though I absolutely adore Canons. feel a little bit of a betrayal, but you know, here's what it is. Here we are. And I hope you liked this video. Please follow me if you want to see more, and subscribe, not follow, same thing, different. Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy Vlogmas.